Here comes your pre-market summary for Monday, May 22nd. Futures trying to hold on to positive territory here. Pretty flat to start after a very positive end to last week as we await any more headlines or storylines coming out of Washington this morning. Debt ceiling negotiations set to resume later on this morning after apparently some progress was made late yesterday. Here's how futures are looking right now. As I mentioned, pretty flat to start right across this entire board, in fact, including crude oil down there, 0.1%, Bitcoin, Ethereum, just kind of chopping around at this point. Very positive, mostly for the NASDAQ last week. It was 3.5% to the upside when all was said and done on the week. A little bit of a pullback for both the Qs and the SPY there to end on Friday. So both with red candles, but overall positive weeks. That's how Meta is shaping up so far this morning. $1.3 billion fine coming through from the EU. They've already said they're going to appeal this in relation to how they are handling user data over in Europe. So heads up on Meta so far this morning. Micron also downside, China blocking any kind of purchases from companies of Micron products over in that country. So we'll talk about, more U.S. trade tensions possibly coming from that. Apple downside on a downgrade this morning. Loop Capital, it's the first downgrade of Apple shares in 5 months to hold from buy for Loop Capital on Apple. PacWest back on watch as well. A little bit of positivity, a little bit of follow through here coming off of what happened back on Friday. They're going to sell a bunch of real estate loans to Kennedy Wilson, which is KW, if you want to look at that one. NVDA, interesting story here. Rolls-Royce teaming up with this classic AI company and quantum computing company. They've apparently developed some sort of breakthrough when it comes to quantum computing. So possibly even more strength coming through for NVIDIA shares, trying to reverse an early gap to the downside this morning already. Chinese ADRs up. People's Bank of China holding interest rates, surprising some with that move coming out overnight. AVRO upside as well. They're going to sell their gene therapy for $87.5 million in an effort to continue funding operations through 2024. Use that QR code, bottom right corner of the screen, guys, and grab the watch list. We're coming up at 8:30 on TraderTV.Live.